My take on how I've been playing is the Cyberpunk 2077 is how I played. Out of all three paths, the Street Kid, the Nomad, and the Corpo, I suggest the Nomad path is probably the best. But how I've been playing is, when you go on a mission and some stuff happens, you know, don't leave any stone unturned in any part of the game, no matter what. Like if you're going into somewhere where a mission is you have to get all the bad guys and take them down and do all that. Believe me, a lot of the missions are not timed, so you really don't, Something like Call of Duty, where it's a point A to B, get everyone along the way. It's timed. A lot of the missions inside Cyberpunk are not timed, so you have time to scour every inch of like every room. And if you build up the body, the intelligence, the attribute tree, the three I mentioned before, the 2 to 3 I mentioned before, those do come in handy. Because you'll be able to pry open doors into places and building up your character. You'll find boxes where you'll find common components, uncommon components, and much rarer components, which do come in handy. And guns and clothes that you get, you can dismantle them, and you hang on to those components, which come in handy to make health inhalers and grenades for the game. And you can also use the components to beef up your guns to make them more powerful, which is a good thing. Oh, and yeah, in places, never leave no stone unturned. Always search for everything around every room, no matter what. It comes in handy, and it helps out a lot. When you're like through the middle of the game and you haven't done that, and you think, you know, I need to make some ammunition, or I need to make that, and you have no components at all. It definitely does not help. And I've also try to sell off some of the older clothes that doesn't have good armor and guns. Some of the rare components, which is a good thing. If you're near your vehicle, you can open up the stash and stash them in there, and they go straight to your apartment, which is a good thing. This is a good thing to know if you're thinking about re-picking up the game and playing it again. This is from my experience, but it comes in handy, so you don't have to drive all the way back to where V's apartment is. You can stash it from your vehicle. Comes in handy, or you can go to the nearby drop box and sell off the stuff, because you only have a certain amount of carry capacity that you can upgrade later on when you have the money in the game. But sell some stuff off and dismantle some stuff, half and half it, because it does come in handy very much. The Nomad path, like I've said, I've played over 100 hours on the Nomad path, and it's the best path I've taken so far. The Street Kid and the Corpo path is very good. Very good. Just the Nomad path I've had the best luck on. And another piece of advice is, don't buy any car that your contacts are sending you, because when you do contracts and missions, you will find better cars. You'll find the exact same car in there that they're trying to sell you, so you'll save about like $200,000 right there. And then, with some missions, and if you go along with the people that have some missions, they will give you their vehicle, which does come in handy. I mean, they're kind of cool cars. They're not top notch, but they're cool, and they're good cars. But it's how I've done it in the game. It helps out. I've never bought in a car in any of the three paths I've taken, and I've been able to have awesome cars and motorcycles in there. Jackie's motorcycle, Pan Am's truck. So there's a lot of good things to it. It does come in handy. But that's how That's how I've done it in the game, and it pays off a lot. I know. And by the way, never skip any dialogue or cutscene because it goes it goes well with the game. You want to know everything. Like, never skip anything. I mean, if you're one of those people that don't want to, but if you skip the cutscene or you skip the dialogue too quickly, it will glitch the game badly. I mean, if you have the stuff to run it, it might not. But if you don't have the top-notch, like, GPU, CPU, graphics card, and if you skip everything, it will mess up the game, and you will have to reload your last save or go way far back and lose a lot. So my advice is never cut through the cutscenes or dialogue. Never skip them so quickly, or don't skip them at all, because I mean, what CD Projekt Red did with the game was awesome. The story behind it and everything, it comes in handy with the multiple choices. By the way, never deny any of the missions that they have you. Don't say, "Oh, I can't do it right now," because you ain't gonna get anything out of it. Some of the missions you will get good amount of stuff out of it. So never skip any mission or tell anyone that you can't do it. But don't worry, none of them are timed. You can go to your journal, go to it. Side missions or regular missions, you can do what you want. But that's my advice on that. And for people that want to re-pick up the game and try it again, that's definitely a good path to go down if you want to do it again. If you're new to the game or you want to re-pick it up again, but leave no stone unturned. Don't buy a vehicle. Beef up your attributes very well, and never skip any of the cutscenes or any of the dialogue, because it ruins the game altogether. But thank you for listening, and hope you have a great day. Bye.